Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to jump right into the core ideas from Rupert Spira's book, Being Aware of Being Aware. It's a really fascinating look at what happiness truly is and the awareness that lies behind all of our experiences. So, let's just kick things off with a question for you. When you get that urge for happiness, that feeling that something's missing, where's the first place you look? Is it in things you can buy, in a relationship, or maybe in chasing a specific kind of experience?
For most of us, this whole search becomes this constant cycle. It's like we're caught on a hamster wheel, always looking for that next thing outside of ourselves that's going to make us happy.
And as the book lays it out, this search can take all kinds of forms. We might chase after stuff, material things, or a particular feeling, like excitement or even peace. Or maybe we think the perfect relationship will finally do the trick. It's all driven by this nagging feeling that something just isn't quite right.
And that's the pattern, isn't it? This feeling of lack or dissatisfaction pops up. So what do? We look outside ourselves to find something to fix it. And maybe we do. We get a little hit of happiness, a bit of relief, but it never lasts. Eventually, that thing's newness wears off, and that old feeling of lack comes right back, starting the whole loop all over again.
But what happens when you just get tired? When that cycle becomes so exhausting that a new question starts to bubble up. The suspicion that maybe, just maybe, you've been digging for gold in all the wrong places. And this is a huge moment, a real game changer. It's when you start to get this gut feeling that no object, no person, no state of mind, nothing out there is ever going to give you the lasting peace that you're actually looking for. You realize the whole external search is just a dead end. So that realization is the beginning of what Spira calls the inward-facing path. It's a complete 180. Instead of investigating all the things you're aware of, your thoughts, your feelings, the world, you start to get curious about the one who is aware. The investigation turns inward. Okay, so to really get this, let's unpack a really powerful metaphor from the book. This one completely flips our whole idea of happiness on its head. I think most of us are taught to see happiness as this thing that comes and goes, right? It shows up, it leaves, all depending on what's happening in our lives. It's kind of like you're living under a sky that's just gray most of the time. And every now and then, you get these little glimpses of blue shining through the clouds and you think, there's happiness. But this is where things get really interesting. The book suggests we've got it all wrong. Happiness isn't the little temporary patch of blue. Happiness is the entire ever-present blue sky. All that unhappiness, the struggle, the anxiety, that's just the clouds. They're temporary, they drift by, and they just cover up what's already there. So the huge takeaway here is that we've had it completely backwards. Happiness isn't something you have to go out and get. It's what you already are. The goal isn't to find it, but to just let the clouds of our thoughts and feelings pass by so it can be revealed. Okay. Let's keep going with this because there's another fantastic analogy in the book that really helps make this idea crystal clear. Just pause and think about your own life for a second. All your thoughts, your feelings, your sensations, they've been changing constantly since the day you were born. But what's the one thing that's always been there, the one constant? It's the simple fact that you are aware of it all. The best way to picture this is like a movie playing on a screen. Our life, our experiences, that's the movie. It's got all the drama, the action, the comedy, the tragedy. It's always changing. But our awareness, that's the screen it all plays on. The screen itself never changes. It's not actually disturbed by a scary scene or stained by a sad one. It's just always there and always at peace. So what does that actually mean for you? It means the number of times your true, essential self, that awareness, has ever actually been hurt or damaged by anything that's happened to you is 0. A big fat 0. No matter how intense the movie of your life gets, the screen has never been touched. Okay, so if happiness and peace are already who we are, if we're the screen, then how in the world do we actually feel that? How do we realize it? What's the path? And this is where it gets a little backwards from how we normally operate. The path isn't about doing more, trying harder, or reaching for some special state. It's actually the opposite. It's about doing less. It's about relaxing the mind's tight grip on all the stuff it's experiencing and just letting it rest back into its source, which is awareness itself. And this is the core practice, really. It's that simple. Be aware of being aware. We're so used to being aware of something, a sound, a thought, the breath. This is just an invitation to notice the awareness itself, the simple knowing that's always in the background before you even know anything in particular.
And how does it know itself? Effortlessly. It's like the sun. The sun doesn't have to do anything to light itself up. It knows itself just by shining. In the exact same way, awareness knows itself just by being. No special technique, no effort required.
So I'll just leave you with this final thought to chew on. What if you stopped the search for happiness? What might change in your life if you started from the idea that happiness isn't something you find, but it's simply what you are and have always been?